This is a test case for example 6 of page 17 of our notes. Joseph wants to buy a new guitar that costs $2,700. He has $1,500 and wishes to invest it in a long-term deposit that pays 7.5% per year compounded quarterly. How long will it take before Joseph can buy the guitar? So we know that the amount that he needs is $2,700. We know that the principal, the amount that he has right now, is $1,500. We also know that the interest rate, and this is the part that's tricky, is 0.075. That's what 7.5% is. But because it's compounded quarterly, we're dividing that by 4. That number works out to 0.01875, or 1.875%. The question that we are looking for is what is n? N in this case is the number of not years, but pay periods or quarters. So now, moving forward, we go on to the next slide. We know that the formula is A equals P times 1 plus I to the n. We've already identified the key components from the previous slide, so we're going to put them in where they belong. A is 2,700. P, the principal, is 1,500. I, the interest rate, was 0.01875, so we're going to add that to 1 to make it what happens when we're adding 100% of what we had initially, and then we find out the n. Our first step in this case is going to be to divide both sides by $1,500. That's not going to give us the nicest number ever, but 2,700 divided by 1,500 is 1.8. That cancels those two parts and leaves us with 1.8 equals 1.01875 to the nth power. The next step is going to be to convert this to a logarithm. Now we know how to do that in one of two ways. The way most of us will do that is to go log little 1.01875 of 1.8 equals n. Again, using our graphing calculator, we can either put it in that way, or so we can either put it in this form, log little 1.01875 to the 1.8, or if we have to use the old style calculator, log 1.8 over log 1.01875. Notice how in this case and in both cases the base is on the bottom. Either way, when we put this in, it rounds to n equals 31.64 quarters. 31.64 quarters means he will need at least 32 quarters to be able to save up enough money for the guitar, but because 32 quarters can be divided by 4 gives us 8 years. That's how many quarters there would be.